Guys, it has come to my attention that there's a lot of spam in the comments. Please, if you get any messages from me saying you got a prize or you need to do something to get to some website or something, it's not me. Report it. Let's get this joker out of the comments. I'd love to kick this dude's butt. Anyhow, if I'm going to be making any announcements, it's going to be right here, just like this. I will reply to some of y'all's comments, but if it has anything to do with, oh, you've won a prize, or you go to this website, that's not me. Report it. Okay? Let's get to the video. Hey guys, today's project is Project Bus. Today's video, I'm going to be fixing a leak in the roof because I'm getting tired of the water being inside the bus. I might take the lettering off the side of the bus, figuring out a good layout for the shower, the toilet, and the bed, because this is going to be my camper. This is going to be my weekend warrior camper. So let's get this thing inside the garage. Got a nice garage here, air conditioned, and we're gonna look this thing over good. Oh yeah, I gotta check out the alternator too, because I think the alternator might be bad. So let's get this thing on in. We gotta open up the door. All right. Really looks like my alternator is not any good because the voltage is down about 10 volts. What's that beeping? I think might be telling me to check my gauges. Let's looks like the first thing I'm going to be checking the battery on this thing. I got the meter here. Check this out. Oh man, 10.99 volts. It is not charging. Bad alternator. How much of a pain? There's the alternator. Oh my God. That alternator is a pain in the butt. But I need to change it, so that's just one more thing I've got to add to my list of things to fix today. So I'm going to start with the emergency exit. The emergency exit has a bad leak. Let me close this garage door because the AC is on, and I'll take you for a tour. Get on inside this bus. Alright. So the emergency exit is leaking right around here. So I've got to, how is this thing? Okay, that'll work. So I've got to take this apart. I need a stool. Let's find a stool. A chair. A chair will work great. Here we go. We got some brownies here. The neighbor dropped off some brownies. Thank you, Charlie. Well, judging by the looks of things, this thing's been leaking for a while. Alright, so I've got to peel off all this silicone and figure out where this water's coming from. That looks like a pretty good spot right there. So hopefully it'll be pretty quick fix. I hope. So it seems like a good place to start. Okay, so I just got off the phone with the parts store. Oh goodness, this thing's got a crack in it. And that's going to be a leak right there. So the parts store said that an alternator for this thing is going to be about $155. So I guess the thing I'm going to do is start with an alternator because they have it in stock right now, and I'll just run to the store, and I'm going to, when I get the alternator, I'll stop off and I'll get some sort of a plastic scraper so I don't scratch up this paint, and we're going to get rid of all this janky silicone, and I'm going to look for something to, so I'm going to look for something to scrape all this off, and I'm going to look for some silicone to put on here. Wow, that's raising up underneath it and stuff. It's like these screws aren't even attached anymore. I mean, I'm kind of poking at it right now because I want to see what I'm dealing with. And I gotta tell you, it ain't pretty. So I wonder if they still sell emergency hatches this size. Something to look into, because I might need to just buy a new one, because that's broken. This is all that's been over tightened. This is not tight enough, almost like it's not even doing anything. So yeah. All right, let's get this alternator off, and we'll run to the store. I don't know. Alright. Just gonna kind of move this out of the way. Get Mr. Flashlight. Alright, let me get this belt off and check the pulleys and idlers and all that stuff, and snatch the alternator off. I've got the alternator out, and while I'm out, I'm going to go ahead and replace the belt and the tensioner. The idler bearing is smooth and silent, so I don't see any point in replacing that. The part that I replace it with might be more of a piece of junk than what's on there. So I'm going to be loading this stuff up in the old Suburban and heading to the parts store. Let's do it.
I went down to 207.38.
Sweet.
Cash and card.
Go card. So I'm back with the stuff. So now I'm going to install the alternator, crank it up and check the charging, and do the emergency hatch. So I don't think I explained it as I was doing it, but the alternator on the dash wasn't putting out any, the gauge wasn't reading right. So, sometimes gauges are wrong. So I grabbed a multimeter, this guy right here, and I put the leads across the battery while it was running. Now I should be seeing, with a fully charged battery, about, we'll just say around 13 volts or high 12 volts, and a somewhat low battery we can see as high as 15 volts on the high side. I wouldn't want to see any more than that. I've seen 15 volts before, but very rarely. Usually between 12 and 14 volts is what I like to see. So I mean, that's pretty easy. So I got the alternator, so let's get this alternator installed. Installed. Let us crank this thing up and see how it sounds. That's loud. And we have the highest voltage I've seen with this thing. Let's check out the meter. Yep. We have just over 14 volts. The headlights look stronger. Everything's looking good. Alternator fixed. Let's go on the roof. All right. So I bought me a plastic scraper so I can scrape without damaging the paint. Well, that's the idea, at least. No promises. corner. Mess up another corner. Gotta find out why that screw is not going in. Guess we gotta dig out underneath a little bit.
All I
So the school bus has a new alternator on it. I patched the emergency exit. I'm hoping that y'all will see that the emergency exit was all warped. It's got several cracks in it. So I just did a quickie job on sealing it. I actually have the part number for the emergency exit, so I'm going to be looking for a brand new emergency exit to install. That way I'd feel a lot better. So I'm pretty sure I've got it sealed up good enough where it's not going to leak anytime soon. It's probably going to take a little bit of time to get the emergency exit. Also, what I saw online, I'm going to look into it too, was a fella on YouTube installed a boat door, which is tinted Lexan or whatever, so you could see straight up. If you want to look up at the stars, you could. So I'm going to be looking into that too. So anyways, it's getting late. I've got to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning to head out to Colorado. So guys, I hate to do it, but I'm gonna cut this video short for today, for this video. But next video we'll be discussing, I'll probably come up with you know, the part or whatever. Don't know if I'll install it, but maybe we'll just talk about it. And then we're going to talk about what we're going to do on the interior of the bus. You know, where the bathroom's going to go, the toilet, the shower, the bed, you know, cool stuff. And then I'll start working on that. Because guys, if you like the bus video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Give me a idea of what y'all think I should do in here, where I should put the shower. Let's say if you think I need to put it right behind the driver's seat, right here in the corner, or whatever. Just give me what y'all think I should do and where. So thank you for 100,000 subscribers. Thanks for watching, guys. Give me a thumbs up, all that stuff. Guys, thanks for watching. I'll catch y'all later.